We're not going to be using that today. A little too windy for that, but welcome to Westfall Memorial Field as we get set for Marawood North Clash as what was supposed to be a home game for Abby Colby turns into an away game. Field in Abbotsford Red Arrow Park just not playable today. So instead they swap out dates and we'll be here today. So it'll be Abby Colby at Athens today. They will play the return game tomorrow in Abbotsford. But we're just happy to be playing baseball with the way the weather's been. Take a quick spin through our starting lineup, starting with Abbotsford Colby. Christian Fuentes will lead things off. He's in left field. Peyton Schreiber, the shortstop, bats second. Arturo Lopez on the mound. He bats third. Aiden Micklig in center field bats fourth. Carson Foles, the second baseman, bats fifth. Grayson Todsky, the first baseman, bats sixth. Jackson Malzahn, the catcher, bats seventh. Irvin Aguilera at third base, bats eighth. And Fernando Perez, the right fielder, bats in the number 9 spot. For the Athens Blue Jays, Caden Honor leads things off. He's in right field. Camden Zarnke, the shortstop, bats second. Daxton Deethelm, the center fielder, bats third. Caleb Crockhaft, the pitcher, bats fourth. Alex Belter at third base, bats fifth. Shea Blake, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Nick Pittman, the second baseman, bats seventh. Mason Belter, the catcher, bats eighth. And Kian Ellenbecker is at first base. He bats in the number 9 spot. The DH, Nick Pittman, hitting for Jeffrey Draper, who is in left field. We get ourselves in position here to see home plate from up in the press box here at Athens. Spent a lot of time up here between baseball and softball. The softball field right behind us, that is not in use. Softball, my understanding, still being played in Colby. Colby Abbotsford hosting Athens in what is a non-conference game. Colby Abbey softball plays in the Clover Belt. And in fact, the Marawood North for softball down to just 4 teams. Prentice not fielding a team this year. So it is just Riblake, Phillips, Athens, and Riblake, Phillips, Athens, and Chequamegon. I always forget Chequamegon for some reason. But we are ready to get going. Final warm-up toss is getting in here for Caleb Crockhaft. Have we seen him pitch before? Saw him throw 4 innings last year, gave up 2 earned runs. He'll be facing Christian Fuentes. Digging in. As that wind picks up directly into our face here, blowing in from the north, so in from right field. It's going to make that ball is not going to travel today. See fans working their way in along that third baseline as the first pitch drops in a little bit low for a ball, 1-0, and we are underway. Game time temperature. A balmy 46 degrees as that one just misses the zone, 2-0. Don't have line the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him, 2-1. Don't have much for lines on the grass. They do have it on the dirt. But even here, they had to break out some of the diamond dry to get this playable today. After all the rain we had, is swing and a mitt, swing and a pop foul. 2-2. We are back in the Marawood on Friday. We go up to Park Falls, Auburndale at Chequamegon in a crossover game. Crockhaft. Long look in the pitch. Chopped on the ground. That's going to be foul. As that is not working. Had this problem a couple times recently. We will fix that here real quick. That is chopped on the ground. Foul. Up the third base line. Stays 2-2. as a little cloud works its way over. Still a chance for some rain. The pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Center field. Playable. The catch is made out there by Diethelm, first out of the inning. One down. And that'll bring Peyton Schreiber to the plate. Schreiber's some big play in the doubleheader against Shawamigan on Friday. Or Thursday, excuse me. The pitch. Fouled back. Strike one. "15 strikeouts between the two games. Drove in some runs. Was doing so much damage at the plate, he took 2 intentional walks. The pitch. Drops in for a strike, 0-2. Sets. Krakow the pitch. High and tight for a ball. 1-2. The pitch. Low it off the outside for a ball, 2-2. Sets. The pitch. That's going to be driven in the air, center field. Diethelm drumming over, cannot make the catch. That is going to drop in. Schreiber will have a single. Caden Honor over to back that play up, saving a double. First hit of the game for Abby Colby. And Schreiber is on for Arturo Lopez, the pitcher. That ball just kept kind of wrapping back in on Diethelm. I think the wind, there was a gust of wind right at that point. I think he kind of pushed it back towards the infield a bit. The pitch. Right on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. And that really messed with Daxton Diethelm. He kind of was trotting in a little bit, then he kind of had to run, then he had to dive for it as that ball just kept tailing away from him. The pitch, low for a ball. 1-1 as the sun comes out. For just a moment. Some patchy clouds here in Athens today. The pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 2-1. Here on the first base side. It's in. Kraft will set. The pitch. Misses a little bit low for a ball, 3-1. Schreiber deceptively speedy for a 6'4" guy. Sets. The pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. Down the line. Foul. Don't have a great view down that right field line. One of the sacrifices we make of being high and dry here up in the press box. Lopez digs back in. Kraft. Nods yes. He'll set. The pitch. That's going to be popped up. Foul territory. Giving chase. That's going to get out of play. Another long at bat here. Pitch 7 coming up here. 18 overall. Christian Fuentes had a long at-bat to start the game as well. The pitch. Paints the corner, strike 3, looking second out of the inning. And that'll bring Aiden Miklik to the plate. The left-handed hitter. No, that's fine. I'll come down and grab between innings. First pitch across for a strike. As my little rig to try and keep the window covering from closing on us. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Sets. The pitch. Off the inside for a ball. 1-2. Crockhalf sets. The pitch. Stays up high for a ball. 2-2. And now that ball popping away. Schreiber went to second on the pass ball. Missed that. Dealing with the errant window covering. Sets. The pitch. Paints the zone, strike 3 looking. That will end the inning. Abby Colby gets a runner on, but they leave it stranded. We head to the bottom of the first. It will be Honor Zarnke Diethelm due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Looking to harness the power of the sun and save on your energy costs? With Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union Solar Loan, you can go solar without the burden of paying interest on the full amount from the start. Here's how it works. Instead of financing everything up front, we disperse loans when requested by your solar installer. If you're waiting on your installer, you won't pay interest during the wait. By taking advantage of this flexible payment option, you could save on unnecessary interest charges. Visit mmccu.com/solar to learn more today.
We head to the bottom of the first. Honor Zarnke Diethelm due up. It's a 0-0 ball game. As we are going to, as a decent cloud bank works its way over here. Still a minor chance of some showers here. I don't think we're expecting anything too dramatic, but still a very small chance here today. Tomorrow morning, chance of rain, which might affect. We're supposed to have Anago at Medford baseball tomorrow. If that doesn't happen, we will be up here. We will be in Abbotsford. Look in from Arturo Lopez, the wind, the pitch. Right at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Another look in over the glove, the wind, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 1-1. Yeah, new look Abby Colby. with a lot of new faces on this team. The wind, the pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 2-1. The kick, the pitch. Chopped on the ground. Charging is Schreiber. The sidearm throw is in time. Peyton Schreiber first out of the inning on a nice pick and throw. And that will bring Cam Zarnke to the plate. First pitch to him. Drops a little bit low for a ball. 1-2, or 1-0. Lopez, the kick, the pitch. Chopped, foul, bouncing up on I get my iPad rebooted here. Catches the zone for a strike to Cam Zarnke. 1-2. The wind by Lopez in the pitch. Drops that one in. That curveball. 2-2 the count. This one wasn't a strike. The wind by Lopez and the pitch. Chopped, foul. Stays 2-2. Ended up right at the feet of Daxton Diethelm in the on deck circle. So far, haven't seen anybody not wearing sleeves. Oh, nope, there's Grayson Totsky out there, along with a chunk of the infield. Or outfield, I should say. The two we can see from our vantage point here. The wind by Lopez. And the pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Right to third. Throw across the diamond is in time. Nice recovery there by Irvin Aguilera to get the out. It was hard enough hit that he had time to recover. 2 down, and that'll bring Daxton Diethelm to the plate. Left-handed hitter. Lopez into his wind, the pitch. Drops a bit low for a ball, 1-0. Wind gusty. I think that's the biggest problem right now is that wind just keeps gusting. And you can't really prepare for any specific type. The pitch. That's going to be hit on the ground. Totsky, some issues. Foot race to the bag. They won't get there. That's going to be an error on Totsky. So the error allowing Diethelm to reach keeps the inning alive. And that will bring Caleb Crockhaft to the plate. So that brings up the whole scandal, the pitch. Pitch is a strike. The throw down is late and wide. Diethelm steals second. Pitch was a strike. So 0-1 on Caleb Crockhaft from that Yankee Rays game on yesterday. That happened yesterday. The overturning of the error at first to take away the no-hitter. Look back by Lopez. It's a similar play. That one in the dirt, popping away. Diethelm's going to go to third, and he's going to be safe. It's going to be a pass ball advance by Diethelm. 1-1 count, runner at third. Difference here, I believe that if Totsky fields that one cleanly, he beats Diethelm to the bag. That's why it's an error compared to the hit yesterday where nobody was going to beat the runner to the bag, either the pitcher or the first baseman. The pitch. In the dirt, well dug out there by Malzahn. 2-1. Lopez, the pitch. In the dirt again, 3-1. Another good stop by Malzahn. Lopez will come set. The pitch. That one just misses. First and third with 2 outs. Interesting to see what Athens decides to do here as Alex Belter will come to the plate. That one fouled off. Strike one. Sun comes back out. Switch to the shades. Feel I'm doing a lot of that today. The pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike. 0-2. Lopez sets. The pitch. Runner goes. The throw is cut off. They will give Carcaft second. One and two the count. Lopez looks in. He'll come set. Long look at third. The pitch. Fouled back. Stays 1-2. Sets. The pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. Down the line, hooking, diving catch, and it is caught. Christian Fuentes lays out for that one. Makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. Saves a couple runs. A hit and an error, or a walk and an error, excuse me. Athens leaves 2. We head to the top of the second. Foles, Totsky, Malzahn due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. We go to the top of the second. Foles, Totsky, Melzon, 5-6-7. Due up for Abby Colby. 0-0 ball game. These same two teams play tomorrow in Abbotsford, field conditions permitting. If our game is not able to be played in Medford, we will be in Abbotsford for that one, so keep an eye on our social media. Sports on Focus on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have updates throughout the day on that one. The throwdown, and Carson Foles will dig in. Wind gust comes flying through. Yep, we're just going to keep that right there. So we're going to cut down on our view a little bit more, but it'll have to do. They've got shutters on the windows here. Protect them from foul balls. The pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 1-0. And the problem is the wind blowing the perfect direction on those right now. To blow the one in. The pitch. That one's going to be chopped on the ground, but foul. Just wide of the third base bag, 1-1. So, yeah, we got Medford baseball on Tuesday, Medford softball on Thursday. Northland Pines comes to town. And then, as we said, Marawood crossover baseball on Friday. We will be up in Park Falls, Shawamigan baseball. The pitch. Low for a ball. 2-1. Taking on Auburndale, which should be a pretty good matchup. Shawamigan taking 2 from Abby Colby last Thursday. Long look in. The pitch. Right in the zone for a strike. 2-2. Marawood North looks to be competitive for baseball. Shawamigan returning a lot of pitching and a lot of their team in general. The pitch. Just misses a bit low for a ball. Full count. Abby Colby's been working the count here. They've got Caleb Crockhaft up to 29 pitches. Arturo Lopez not far behind with 23. Both teams doing that. The kick, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball. And that'll be a walk. So a leadoff walk. And that will bring Grayson Totsky to the plate. Totsky had a great day of just putting the ball in play and hitting it where they ain't on Thursday. Crockhaft, the pitch. Just misses a bit low for a ball, 1-0. Crockhaft sets. The pitch. Right at the knees for a strike, 1-1. And Crockhaft. The pitch. Just missing the outside corner, 2-1. Saw the track team in practice when we got here. Sets. The pitch. Fouled back. 2-2. Yeah, we might see them for a bit. I believe they're up in Medford on Thursday. Try and bounce around, get some highlights before our softball game Thursday. Look in. Crockhaft will come set. The pitch. Low for a ball. Couldn't get him to chase. Another full count. Crockhaft. The pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Back up the middle. That is going to be missed. And that is going to allow both base runners to reach. Foles almost turns too far. Ooh. I don't envy official scores. We're going to You know what? We're going to wait for the score to come through on Game Changer. The pitch. Bunch. They're calling that a foul ball. They gave him a hit, so we'll give that. So that's going to go in as a single. So a foul ball to Jackson Malzahn. I'm not sure he touched it. I think this is a bit low for a ball, 1-1. I think the click came because it hit them. It was the double click, but it looked like it was from the mask and the helmet of the catcher, Mason Beltner. But you heard that double click that you usually hear in a foul ball. Bunt Schoen pulls back, takes the ball. 2-1. That actually costs Abbotsford a base for each runner. Foles and Totsky would have been off and easily reached on the pass ball. The pitch. Just misses the bottom of the zone. Full 3-1, excuse me. That's 40 for Caleb Crockhaft. And with the playing Monday, Tuesday, it's going to put a strain on that pitching rotation. The pitch. Right on the outside corner for a strike. Full count. Sets. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A late swing that almost looked like he was trying to avoid the strikeout looking. And that'll bring Irvin Aguilera to the plate. And before that, that is going to quickly bring Coach out. I think telling him, hey, throw strikes, you're already at 42 pitches. We need you to go a little deeper into this game. Look at that Athens baseball schedule. As Irvin Aguilera will come to the plate. First pitch catches the zone for a strike, 0-1. The pitch. Just missing that high outside corner for a ball, 1-1. Yeah, because they get off till Friday afterwards. Edgar comes to town. Set by Crockhaft, the pitch. Fouled off at the plate. 1-2. As the North hosts the crossovers this week. In fact, it is Auburndale at Shawamigan, Stratford at Abbey Colby. Paints the outside corner, strike 3, looking 2 down. Marathon goes to Prentice, and that means Phillips gets Newman. They kick the pitch. Low in the dirt, popping away. That's going to allow both runners to advance. So both runners do advance. Ball 1 to Fernando Perez, the number 9 hitter. That means Rib Lake should be getting... Oh, they don't get anybody. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Sets. The pitch. Right on that low inside corner, 1-2. Sets. The pitch. That one's going to be flared in foul territory, giving chase. The catch cannot be made. That's 50 pitches now for Caleb Crockaft. Concerned if you're Coach Diethelm. Crockaft looks in. He'll come set. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Abby Colby gets a couple base runners on there, leave them both stranded. We head to the bottom of the second. Blake, Pittman, Belter due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
RVA has helped me learn by giving me more hands-on activities.
I can watch his writing develop. He has confidence to ask questions of his teachers if he doesn't understand. He's composing his own schedule, which is a lot like what a young adult is going to need to learn how to do, and he's learning that at 11.
My favorite part about being in the RVA is all the amazing clubs. I get on some clubs and then I realize that there are so many people like me.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and we're now celebrating 60 years in business, serving the areas of Marshfield, Medford, Merrill, Abbotsford, Wisconsin Rapids, and Coloma, where we have both new and used vehicles. We look forward to earning your business.
We go to the bottom of the second. 6-7-8, Blake, Pittman, Belter due up for Athens, as they will face Arturo Lopez from Abby Colby. This will be the host. This is a host site for the Division 4 sectional tournament. The wind, the pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Right to third. Pick there by Aguilera. Throw to first. It's dropped. That'll be an error on Grayson Totsky. Second error on Abbotsford Colby. And that'll bring Nick Pittman to the plate. Sets. The pitch. Catches the zone for a strike, 0-1. Steps off. Wind has started to die down a little bit. The gusts have not been quite as powerful. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Pittman, 0-2. Aguilera steps off again, Lopez steps off again. Getting 11 mixed up with 1. Steps off again, throw to first. Not in time. Lopez will come set. The pitch. Misses, and they're not even going to get a throw. Slow curve causing some issues with a throw. Blake will take second. 1-2. Lopez tying his shoe. Time called. Lopez did not call time before doing that. Lopez toes the rubber. Sets. Look back at second. The pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. Back of second, drifting over, still drifting. The ball is going to be dropped, I believe. It is. Could not see it from my vantage point. So we're going to rearrange ourselves here a little bit. That's going to be another Abby Colby error. 3 in the first 2 innings. And that will bring Mason Belter to the plate. The clouds start building in a little bit more here. Lopez will come set. The pitch. Right on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. First and third, nobody out. Big chance here for Abbotsford Colby. The pitch. Little roller. That's going to go to third. The throw home is high. The run scores. And that is the first hit of the game. So first and second, nobody out for Kian Ellenbecker, and we're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher Belter. That is going to be 14. Evan Paschal will be running in. Before that, Coach Nelson's going to come out and have a chat with Lopez and his infield. Two errors and a single in the inning. As they will bring, as now Coach Deathelm will bring both runners over. Meeting on the mound breaks up. Toro Lopez, only 30 pitches. Athens has been jumping on him early here. See how long, as they bring, expecting bunt, they bring Totsky in on the grass at first. They keep Aguilera back at third. Time called. A balk? So a balk's been called. Runners advance. I wasn't looking at Aguilera at the time, so I'm not sure. Sets. The pitch. In the dirt. Blocked by Malzahn. 1-0. I believe... My guess is Coach Nelson was giving some instructions to the infield and Aguilera might have stepped off incorrectly. Sets. But I didn't see anything for sure. The pitch drops a bit low for a ball. 2-0. At least nothing definitive. Lopez. Sets. The pitch. Just misses with that one, 3-0. Caden Honor waiting on deck. Sets. The pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone for a strike, 3-1. Sets. The pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out. For the top of the order, and Caden Honor. Grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Infield comes in. Try to cut the runner off at home. Arturo Lopez looks in. Sets. The pitch. In the dirt, gets away. Pittman's going to come to the plate. They will not have a play. The run will score. Wild pitch moves everybody up 90. 2-0. So open base here. As it darkens up here, I got to switch glasses back to my regular ones. So we play musical glasses here today. The pitch. High and tight. Honor backs out of it. 2-0. Lopez. Sets. The pitch. Check swing, strike anyway, 2-1. Sets. The pitch. Three and 1. What Lopez throws here as he comes set. The pitch. That one is going to be chopped on the ground to short. The only play is to first. That will score another run. Paschal comes in to score. 3-0. Runner at second now with 1 out. For Camden Zarnke. Grounded out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Lopez. Will come set. The pitch. That's going to be sliced foul and out of play. Strike 1. The pitch. Drops in for a strike, 0-2. Lopez seems to have found his grip again. Always be difficult in this kind of weather. Lopez comes set. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him out in front. Huge second out of the inning. And that will bring Daxton Diethelm to the plate. Long half inning. Lopez sets. The pitch. Catches the low outside corner for a strike, 0-1. The pitch. Off the inside for a ball. 1-1. Long look in from Lopez. He'll come set. The pitch. That one's going to be hit on a line. Coming on, that's going to drop in for a hit. A bit of a bobble. That's going to allow Ellenbecker to score. Diethelm will be held at first with an RBI single. 4-0. Runner at first for Caleb Krockaff. Walked his last time up. He's not recorded an official at bat here today. Krockaff, the first pitch to him. That one's going to be hit on the line. That's going to get through the infield, a base hit. Diethelm's going to make the turn. He's going to stay put at second. Back-to-back singles. 2 on with 2 outs for Alex Belter. Flew out his last time up. That was that dramatic diving catch by Christian Fuentes out there in left. They're moving Fuentes closer to the line. Lopez. Couple looks back at second. The pitch. In the dirt. Rolls away. Diethelm's going to try for third. The throw. And he is in. And there's some consternation from coach, as I think he wanted Krockaff to also advance there. The pitch. That one's going to be sliced foul. 1-1. One as Lopez retoes the rubber. Close to a balk there again. Just not the pitch. High for a ball. They'll not make a throw. Krockaff will be given second. Two and one the count. It's 50 now for Arturo Lopez. This is going to be a bullpen game. It looks more and more likely. So it means some decisions for both coaches. The pitch. Fouled off. 2-2. And Marawood North getting interesting. Last few years, that's been a battle between Rib Lake and Abbotsford Colby. Big rivalry matchup. Not so much for much. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Big round, but the pitch. In the dirt. Well stopped back there by Malzahn. Full count. Big rivalry matchup supposed to be played today. That got postponed. That is Riblake and Prentice. Supposed to be at Prentice. Lopez. The pitch. That's going to be driven in the gap. This one might be trouble. That's going to get down a base hit. One run across. Crockraft will score. 2 RBI single for Alex Belter. Six nothing Athens, as Shea Blake will come to the plate. Reached on an error his last time up. He is 0 for 1. Sets. The pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. This one is going to be trouble going back. The catch cannot be made. It's going to be a tough play for Carson Foles. He can't get to it. We're going to give him a single. And back with 2 on with 2 outs for Nick Pittman. Athens has batted around here in the second. Pittman, the 11th Fighting Blue Jay to come to the plate here in this inning. Lopez. The pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Two errors in the inning really kind of got things off, and now Athens putting the bat on the ball a little bit better. The pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. This one heading back, still heading back. The catch is made, and that will end the inning. Perez gets to it, but gave that one a ride. But Athens blows things open. They put 6 on the board on 5 hits. There were 2 errors. They leave 2. We head to the top of the third. Top of the order for Abbotsford Colby when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and we're now celebrating 60 years in business, serving the areas of Marshfield, Medford, Merrill, Abbotsford, Wisconsin Rapids, and Coloma, where we have both new and used vehicles. We look forward to earning your business.
We go to the top of the third. Christian Fuentes to lead things off. He flew out his first time up. Fuentes, Schreiber, Lopez. A little bit different situation now for Caleb Crockraft. He's up 6-0 now. He goes around, strike 1. More of a defensive swing from Christian Fuentes, but it counts either way. The pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike, 0-2. Yeah, when you're a pitcher and you got a 6-run lead, you can throw a few more balls in the strike zone. Not trying to nibble the edges as much. The pitch. That one's going to be chopped on the ground. Slow roller. This is going to be a tough play. Bare hand pick. Throw to first. Not in time. Fuentes beats it out for the single. And that'll bring Peyton Schreiber to the plate. At 3:15 sign down the left field line's got to be enticing to Schreiber. Crockhaftel set. The pitch. High and tight for a ball. 1-0. This is the young Abbotsford Colby team. Schreiber, the only senior. The pitch. Right at the letters for a strike. 1-1. It's going to be interesting to see how this team develops under Coach Nelson. His first year as the full-time head coach, he shared duties with the pitch. Misses a little bit low for a ball. 2-1. With Ryan Bargander over the last few seasons. Ryan Bargander heading over to softball. Crockhaft. The pitch. Off the inside for a ball. 3-1. If you're Athens, I don't think you're all that worried about walking Schreiber. The big bat the big bat in this lineup. Crockhaft. See if he comes inside for it. It's fouled back. Schreiber had his pitch to hit. Couldn't quite square it up. Full count. They did come in and challenge Schreiber. Sets. The pitch. That's going to be popped foul and out of play. Stays full. Schreiber. Kicks some dirt. Crockhaftel set. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Took a little something off at that time. They get Schreiber one down. And that'll bring Arturo Lopez to the plate. Struck out looking his first time up. Sets. The pitch. Big cut and a miss, strike one. 0-1. As we see some runners out getting practice in. The pitch. Just misses the bottom of the zone. 1-1. All your seasons going full speed now. Softball, track, baseball. We'll have some golf highlights Thursday from up in Medford, weather permitting. The pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Back of second. Drifting back. The ball. It is dropped. They will still get the out at second. Christian Fuentes stuck in no man's land. That will go in as a fielder's choice. 4-6. So 2 down now. Fuentes heads to the dugout, and Aiden Micklig will come to the plate. Not much you can do. Not much at all. Oh, should be 2 outs. As we will get a runner for Arturo Lopez. That will be 14, Javier Riviera. So 2 down now. The pitch. High and off the outside for a ball. 1-0. Aiden Micklig struck out looking his first time up. They're making pizzas downstairs, and I think I'm going to have to stop and get a pizza on the way home. Stop by Weiler's. Foul back. 1-1. Some very good frozen pizzas from Weiler's at all their locations all 3 locations in Marshfield. Surprisingly, don't have any in the freezer right now. Got here, they were just breaking the grill out for the brats and the hamburgers, and yeah, that sets. The pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 2-1. Yeah, it smelled good. Smoke not quite wafting through the field like we had Thursday in Abbotsford. Sets. The pitch. Popped up. That is going to hook foul. And out near the track. 2-2. Look in. Sets. The pitch. Paints the inside corner. Strike 3 looking. That will end the inning. Abby Colby gets a base runner, but they leave it stranded. We head to the bottom of the third. Belter, Ellenbecker, Honor, 8-9-1 due up for Athens when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
One thing that surprised me about the RVA is the want to do school, whereas it was kind of a struggle before.
All of the educators, the staff, the therapists, the specialists, everybody is so knowledgeable. And my favorite thing is that we all work together as a team for the kids. I really feel like we're partners with the RVA. I just love it so much. I know I've said that before, but I love the RVA.
Bottom of the third. Athens will send Mason Belter, Kian Ellenbecker, Caden Honor to the plate. They lead 6-0. Got a couple innings to extend out this lead. Both teams will play tomorrow in Abbotsford. Field conditions permitting. As Mason Belter steps in with that big wide stance. The kick, the pitch. Spins him out of there with an inside fastball. 1-0. Get a brief glimpse of the sun here as the clouds continue to pack in. The pitch. Right at the letters for a strike, 1-1. We've got Medford baseball against Anago tomorrow. Medford softball against Northland Pines, weather permitting, on Thursday. We are back with Athens. We see them, the wind, the pitch. A little low and off the outside for a ball. In fact, I believe that is next week. We see the softball team for the first time. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Smothered by Schreiber. Throw from the knee. Is late. Schreiber almost getting the out on that one. From his knee, go in the wrong direction. That was a heck of a play to make it close. And we will get the courtesy runner for Belter again. That will again be 14, Evan Paschal. Get back to the right part of my... Oh, we see Abby Colby again next week. Rib Lake coming to town. Also get a non-conference softball game in the Marawood North. The line, the pitch. Drops a bit low for a ball, 1-0. Sets. The pitch. Low gets away. And Paschal will go to second. Two and 0 to Ian Ellenbecker. Walked his last time up. Your Athens with your pitching situation. Caleb Crockhaft up to 69 pitches. The pitch. Bunt shown. Lays down a good one. The toss to first is in time. Does move the runner up. That was a good play by Arturo Lopez to get over and get that one to first. Does move Paschal to third now with one out. For Caden Honor, couple ground outs. He's 0 for 2. Long look at the pitch. In the dirt, bounces in front of the plate, 1-0. I was going to say, if you are Athens, I think you're looking at trying to get out of here in 5. Caleb Crockhaft, 69 pitches. If he pitches like he did the last inning, should be able to get through 5. But then you're starting to get into interesting pitching decisions with the game tomorrow. Lopez, the pitch. Catches the zone for a strike, 1-1. Lopez. Looking at third a couple times. The pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike, 1-2. Keep Totsky in on the edge of the grass at first. Aguilera on the edge of the grass at third. I think maybe try and cut off a runner going home. Drops low for a ball. 2-2. Busy few weeks here as we are already little over a month from the start of the spring playoffs. Spring season goes quickly. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, big second out of the inning. And that will bring Camden Zarnke to the plate. A ground out and a strikeout. He is 0 for 2. Zarnke digs in from the right side. Sets. The pitch. Tipped into the glove. Strike 1. Sets. The pitch. Big swing and a miss on the big breaking ball. 0-2. Lopez. The long look in as a cold wind blows in now. A little chillier than it's been in the past, and now time called at the plate. Lopez taking too long. Sets. The pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Pick there at third. Long throw is in time, and that'll end the inning. Athens gets a base runner to the third, but they leave it stranded. We head to the top of the fourth. Foles, Totsky, Malzahn due up for Abby Colby when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. Bringing out the better in all of us.
Our experience in the RVA has been wonderful. The teachers are extremely supportive, and Simon really seems to enjoy it and is making friends, and he's more socially active now than he was in a traditional school.
Something I want other kids to know is that even though it seems like you're not going to make friends, you actually are. I like how the RVA provides an environment that more suited to my needs.
Caleb Crockhalf back out for another inning of work here in the top of the fourth. Foles, Totsky, Malzahn due up here for Abby Colby. 6-0 ball game, Athens with the lead. Sets. The pitch. Big cut and a miss, strike one from Carson Foles. Walked his last time up. He is 0 for 1. Swing and a miss, strike two. 0 and 2. Crockhalf, the wings out, the pitch. Check swing on a ball low. Did he go? He did not. Sets. The pitch. Just missing the knees with that one, 2 and 2. That one's going to be hit on the ground right back to Crockhalf. He will walk it over. The toss to first, 1 away. One down, and that'll bring Grayson Totsky to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single. Crockhalf sets. Pitch. Right on the outside corner for a strike. 0 and 1. That's 75 now for Caleb Crockhalf. Inside. Puts Totsky on his backside. Crockhalf will come set. The pitch. Catches the zone for a strike. 1 and 2. Low for a ball, 2 and 2. Crockhalf will come set. The pitch. That one's going to be hit hard on the ground. That's going to find its way through the infield, a base hit. 2 for 2 day for Grayson Totsky. And with one out, Jackson Malzahn will come to the plate. Struck out swinging his last time up. Sets the pitch. Off the inside for a ball, 1-0. Sets the pitch. Popped. Foul. That will get out of play. 1-1. Sets the pitch. Fouled back again, 1-2. Crockhaft. The pitch. Stays up high for a ball, 2-2. Sets. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Might have, sound like, I won't call it a strikeout swinging. It's the same result either way. Might have tipped it into the glove. 2 down for Irvin Aguilera. Struck out looking his first time up. He is 0 for 1. The pitch. Popped up. Coming in, the catch is made, and that'll end the inning. The base hit by Grayson Totsky, he's left stranded. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Heart of the order for Athens. 3-4-5, Dethelm, Crockhaft, Belter. Due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Winter Insurance of Northern Wisconsin is your qualified, experienced team for custom insurance packages for your vehicle, your home, and your family. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your family is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
Are you ready for a faster and easier mortgage process? Tap Lending combines the speed and efficiency of technology and people, and a great local bank. The perfect combination for your mortgage.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC. How do you know if you need new tires? Well, if you don't have one of these, let me show you a simple trick. Reach into your pocket, grab out a penny, and let's measure it up. If you can see the top of Abraham Lincoln's head, maybe it's time for new tires. Stop on into Wheeler Chevrolet and we'll get you covered.
We go to the bottom of the fourth. Athens looking for 4 here. They will send Dethelm, Crockhaft, Belter to the plate. 6-0 Athens. 6 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Athens. No runs on 4 hits, 3 errors for Abby Colby. Both teams have left 5 on base here today. Abby Colby will have Perez, Fuentes, Schreiber in the top of the 5th. Don't necessarily need all 4 here if you only want to play 5, but you do need 4 across the next 2 half innings to do it. This pitch by Aguilera catches the top of the zone for a strike, 0-1. Diethelm, an error and a single. He's 1 for 2 today. The kick, the pitch. High for a ball. 1-1. Yep, Athens saved on their only error, the only thing that would have been an error, the drop pop-up behind second, because they got the out at second on Christian Fuentes. The wind, the pitch. That one's going to be flared. Coming in, the catch is made by Schreiber, first out of the inning. 1 down, and that'll bring Caleb Crockhoff to the plate. A walk and a single. He's 1 for 1. The wind, the pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Schreiber charging. Barehand pick. Throw to first is wide. That one's going to get past. Crockhoff's going to go to second. They will hold it. There he is in. That might have been one. It would have been better to eat. But Schreiber tried to make the play. That's 75 pitches for Arturo Lopez as Alex Belter will come to the plate. 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Lopez will step off. And they are going to put Belter on. So they're going to intentionally walk Belter to set up the double play. And pitch to Shea Blake, an error and a single. He's 1 for 2. So they decide, I think that was definitely just to put the double play in order. Bring Aiden Micklig in a few steps in center. Lopez, the pitch. Out in front was Blake for the strike, 0-1. Look back. Couple looks back. The pitch. Just missing that outside corner, 1-1. Sets. The pitch. Little chopper on the ground. That's going to go through the wickets and short. Crockhoff is going to come to the plate. He will score. Seven. They're going to see if he touched home plate. They say he did. So Nick Pittman, and it reached on an error and a flyout. He's 0 for 2. 7-0 Athens. Sets. The pitch. Popped up. Foul territory. That's going to get out of play. Strike 1. Sets. The pitch. Drops that one in, catching the bottom of the zone. That big breaking ball, 0-2. Sets. A couple looks back. Another look back. The pitch. Little roller on the ground. That's going to be bobbled. They will not have a play. And the go-home run will come to the plate. No, excuse me, go-home run is on base. Base is loaded. And that'll bring Mason Belcher to the plate. He is 2 for 2. Infield comes in, looking to cut the runner down at home if they can. Lopez, the pitch. Catches the inside corner, 0-1. Sets. The pitch. In the dirt, popping away, but not far enough. Nice stop back there by Malzahn. Keep that one near the circle. Digging in. Belcher, that big wide stance. Uses almost the whole batter's box. Look over at third, the pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. That's going to be bobbled. The throw home is in time. So they're going to say he had possession of the ball when the run crossed the plate. So that is a fielder's choice 5-2. Actually, no, that is a fielder's choice 5-6-2. So 2 outs now. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. And Kian Ellenbecker, he sacrificed his last time up. First pitch of ball. A walk and a sacrifice. He does not have an official at bat today. Good play there by Schreiber to get that one to home plate. Sets. The pitch. Drops in for a strike, 1-1. Big out there to get at home. Sets. Couple looks back. The pitch. Fouled off. 1-2. Lopez sets the pitch. Just missing with that one, 2-2. And they forgot to bring the runner in for Belter. So they're going to do that now. If I remember right, that is 14. It is Evan Paschal. Two the count. Sets. The pitch. Misses off the outside. Full count. Sets. The pitch. Inside ball 4, and that walks in a run. 8-6 for Caden Honor. 2 groundouts and a strikeout. He is 0 for 3 today. In fact, the top of this Athens lineup is 0 for 6. Lopez. The pitch. He goes. It's a strike. The run's going to come home and score on the pass ball. So the pitch is a strike. It is 9-0 now. We are past the 6 o'clock mark. Steve Ocknick Sports on Focus, taking you through Athens Abbey Colby. 9-0 Athens here. 6 in the second, 3 here in the fourth. Pitch just misses for a ball, 1-1. It'll be 9-1-2 for Abbey Colby in the top of the fifth. The pitch. Bouncing in front of the plate on that slow breaking ball, 2-1. The pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. To Schreiber. Pick. Throw. In time. That will end the inning. We are guaranteed to play the full fifth. We go to the top. 9-1-2. Perez, Fuentes, Schreiber due up for Abbey Colby when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. That wind's starting to get a little bit colder here as we go to the top of the fifth. Caleb Crockhaft at 85 pitches. Don't have a great view of the bullpen from here. But Abbey Colby trying to get some runs, make it a little bit harder, try and force a sixth. It will be Fernando Perez to lead things off. He struck out swinging his first time up. He's 0 for 1. So Fernando Perez struck out swinging first time up. Catches the zone first strike from Caleb Crockhaft. 0-1. Sets. The pitch. Big cut and a miss by Perez. 0-2. Sets. The pitch. Stays up high. 1-2. Sets. The pitch. Gets the outside corner. Strike 3. Looking first out of the inning. And that'll bring us back top of the order. And Christian Fuentes. Fly out in a single. He is 1 for 2. The pitch. Low for a ball. 1-0. Athens will have 2, 3, 4 in the bottom of the fifth. Sets. The pitch. Just missing that low outside corner, 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. The pitch. Right on the outside corner, 2-2. Crockhaft up to 93. I'm sure Coach Deathelm would love to get him through this inning. The pitch. Fouled back by Fuentes. Stays 2-2. Chopper on the ground. 2-2 pick there. Throw to first is in time. 2 away. That'll bring Peyton Schreiber to the plate. Schreiber, a single and a strikeout. He's 1 for 2. Sets. The pitch. Popped up. Foul territory. That's going to go out of our view. And that's going to land foul and out of play. Strike 1. Everybody gets reset. Crockhaft, long look in. He'll come set. And Schreiber steps out. Just missing the outside, 1-1. Sets. The pitch. Catches the top of the zone for a strike, 1-2. Sets. The pitch. Up a little bit high, 2-2. Arturo Lopez waiting on deck if Schreiber can get on. Lopez 0 for 2 today. The pitch. Low and off the outside, full count. And that'll be it for Caleb Crockhaft. After Schreiber. That was pitch number 100 according to my count. Sets. The pitch. Off the outside for a ball. Schreiber will draw the walk. And out comes Coach Deathelm. And we will get a pitching change. Caleb Crockhaft not able to get out of the fifth due to pitch count. We're going to step aside. We'll fill you in on all the details of the pitching change when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health, bringing out the better in all of us.
I absolutely feel that Tiger Lily is getting a great education with RVA. She is challenged and she's not bored. She enjoys her classwork.
I love the teachers. The teachers are the best part. My teachers are very friendly and they're easy to reach out to when you need help with an assignment. The teachers are always there when you need help.
What I love about RVA is the flexibility first, but second is that Tiger Lily is so happy with this school, with her teachers, and with what she's learning. It's awesome.
Nick Pittman will be the new pitcher. First pitch. Drops a bit low for a ball. 1-0 to Arturo Lopez. Pittman comes in from second. Honor comes from right into second, and Caleb Crockhalf goes out to right. The pitch. Stays low for a ball. 2-0. The pitch. Catches the inside corner for a strike. 2-1. Schreiber at first. Sun comes back out. Actually a big break in the clouds now. Sets. The pitch. Catches the inside corner again. 2-2. Pittman trying to get out of this fifth. Send it to the bottom. It'll be 2-3-4 for Athens. Looking for that one run to send everybody home. The pitch. Low and in the dirt. Full count. Full count, 2 out. Schreiber will be off with the pitch. Pittman will come set. The pitch. Fouled off. Right off the end of the bat, way out in front of that one. Lopez at 94 pitches, so he can at least start the bottom of the fifth. We might get another pitching change, and now we're going to get a new baseball. Can see it kind of gleaning up here. Probably still a little bit of moisture in the grass. As would be expected with the amount of rain we got. Some puddles around the field still. The playing surface looks pretty good. Fair territory. Sets. The pitch. Off the inside, ball 4. Lopez draws the walk. So 2 on with 2 outs. And that'll bring Aiden Mickleg a couple strikeouts for him. He's 0 for 2. Courtesy for the pitcher. Believe that will be Javier Riviera. See if it is 14. It is Javier Riviera heading to first. Pittman. Couple looks back. The pitch. Drops a bit low for a ball. 1-0. Pittman sporting the blue hoodie under the jersey has become more common for baseball and softball players to do. The pitch. High for a ball. 2-0. We're coming up hour 49 in this one already. Pittman. Couple looks back at second. The pitch. In the dirt. Well stopped back there by Belter. 3-0. Pittman. Sets. The pitch. In the dirt, ball 4, bases loaded. For Carson Foles, a walk and a ground out. He's 0 for 1. Mason Belter making nice with home plate umpire, cleaning a little dirt off the plate. Thank everyone for joining us today for what has been a marathon of 5 innings. The kick, the pitch. Right down Broadway for a strike, 0-1. Sets. The kick, the pitch. High for a ball. 1-1. The Abby Colby dugout gets into it a little bit. Base runners this inning. It's been 3 walks. The kick, the pitch. Catches the top of the zone for a strike. 1-2. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Just misses that outside corner, 2-2. Pittman. Sets. The pitch. Just missing low, full count. Nowhere to put Carson Foles. Pittman comes set. The kick. Pickoff play at third. Nothing doing. Schreiber back in safely. No reason to take too much of a lead. You're not going anywhere. Belter has been a wall behind the plate here today. Foles. Or excuse me, Pittman set for the pitch to Foles. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Pittman gets out of a major jam. Abby Colby leaves the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Zarki, Diethelm, Krakaft due up. Athens needs 1 to send us all home. See if they can do it when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
Are you ready for a faster and easier mortgage process? Tap Lending combines the speed and efficiency of technology and people, and a great local bank. The perfect combination for your mortgage.
I absolutely feel that Tiger Lily is getting a great education with RVA. She is challenged and she's not bored. She enjoys her classwork.
I love the teachers. The teachers are the best part. My teachers are very friendly and they're easy to reach out to when you need help with an assignment. The teachers are always there when you need help.
What I love about RVA is the flexibility first, but second is that Tiger Lily is so happy with this school, with her teachers, and with what she's learning. It's awesome.
Cutter Hamas is your new pitcher. Arturo Lopez goes to third. Go through both starting pitchers' pitching line. Caleb Krakaft goes 4 2/3, does not give up a run, 4 hits, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. On the other side for Abby Colby, Arturo Lopez goes 4, gives up 9 runs, none of them earned. 6 hits, 4 walks, 1 of those intentional, 2 strikeouts. Cutter Hamas, a good pitcher's name, the freshman will try and keep this at 9 and force the 6. He will phase 2, 3, 4 in the Fighting Blue Jays lineup. Let's see who checked out. Irvin Aguilera comes out of the game. Sun setting here in Athens, right in our faces right now. So we will do our best with this one. Camden Zarnke 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a strikeout today. Talking with some Abby Colby fans. Cutter Hummus throws strikes. That ball is going to be near the zone, so you're going to want, you see guys swinging, I think. Throw down. As Camden Zarnke will dig in. Abby Colby will have 6, 7, 8 in the bottom of the, in the top of the 6 if we get there. Shows bunt, takes a strike. 0-1. Sets. The kick, the pitch. High for a ball. 1-1. I think Hummus, there's that hole where the foot's been planning for both pitchers, and I think it's just a little shorter, a little further along than what he needs. He's not quite getting that plant foot down well. Pitch, that one's going to be hit on the ground. Slow roller, pick by Schreiber. Throw to first is in time. First out of the inning. One down. And that'll bring Daxton Deathelm to the plate. 1 for 3. Reach on an error and singled. This pine tree's out there a little taller than the last time we did a baseball game from up here. The pitch. Just missing with that one, 1-0. Cloud comes over a little bit. The pitch. High and off the outside for a ball, 2-0. Hummus. Looks in. He'll come set. The pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Sets. The kick. The pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. 2 seconds. Slow roller. Pick. The throw. In time, 2 away. Two down, and that'll bring Caleb Crockhalf to the plate. Walk, a single, and reached on an error. 1 for 2, but he's been on base all 3 times today. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Check swing on a ball off the outside, 1-0. The kick, the pitch. In the zone for a strike, 1-1. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Out in front of the breaking ball, 1-2. Oh, that's strike 3, and that ends the inning. We head to the top of the 6th. Totsky, Malzahn, and the 8th spot due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
You know that nearly 3/4 of teens feel uncertain about their personal finances, yet a whopping 73% have expressed a strong desire to learn more. At MNCCU, we're thrilled to announce our new partnership with Greenlight, a financial tool designed for kids and teens. Give your kids the confidence they need for a secure financial future. Enroll them in the Greenlight platform for free today. Enjoy features like parental controls, engaging educational tools, and a safe space for learning about saving, spending, and earning money. Empower your child with financial wisdom. Sign up for a free Greenlight account today.
We play into the 6th, 9-0 ball game. Throw down. Grayson Toski, Jackson Malzahn, and the 8th spot due up here. Toski comes up 2 for 2 today. Couple singles, couple seeing eye singles back up the middle. He's been putting the bat on the ball well here last couple games. Little chopper foul, strike one. 0-1. Pittman had some issues when he came in the top of the 5th. Loaded the bases on a couple walks. The wind, the pitch. That one in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. See if Pittman maybe settling down a little bit here when he gets to start the inning. The wind, the pitch, high for a ball, 2-1. Sun directly in our eyes right now. You can see it affecting the camera a little bit as well. The wind, the pitch, low and off the outside for a ball, 3-1. Ball 4. That's going to be a walk. So Grayson Totsky on for the 3rd time today. And that's going to be it for Pittman. Pitching change here. We're going to step aside. We'll be back in just a moment right here on Sports on Focus.
One thing that surprised me about the RVA is the want to do school, whereas it was kind of a struggle before.
All of the educators, the staff, the therapists, the specialists, everybody is so knowledgeable. And my favorite thing is that we all work together as a team for the kids. I really feel like we're partners with the RVA. I just love it so much. I know I've said that before, but like I love the RVA.
All right, pitching change. Daxton Diethelm comes in. He's going to try and close this one out. Caleb Crockhalf goes from right to center. Caden Honor goes back out to right. And Nick Pittman will come back in at second. So Pittman is responsible for Totsky at first, but his line, he goes a third of an inning. Does not give up a run. 3 walks, 1 strikeout. So Daxton Diethelm will try and get out of the jam here. The left-hander. face Jackson Malzahn. A couple strikeouts as he gets his warm-up tosses in. We do not see Blue Jay baseball again for a bit here. I think we see him one more time yet this year. Late in the season and probably again in the playoffs. All these teams, Rib Lake, Prentice, Athens, Edgar, all kind of lumped into that half of that northern group. But Athens hosting the sectional tournament for Division 4 this year, a sectional tournament we expect to be at. A lot of good teams potentially going to be here. So Jackson Malzahn will dig into the batter's box as Diethelm looks to try. I think they're going to try and keep him available for tomorrow. The kick, the pitch. Big cut and a miss, strike one. I imagine Diethelm the scheduled starter for tomorrow. Keep everyone but Caleb Crockhaft available. You got a few days off after that. The pitch popped up. Back of the plate, that's going to get out of play. Oh and 2. Shadows now starting to touch the grass on the inside of the dirt from the trees out there along the left field corner. Center and left field in shadows. Both the shortstop and third baseman in shadows as well. The kick, the pitch. Strike three. Looking. First out of the inning. And that will bring this will bring Cutter Hamas to the plate. Lefty. Kick in the pitch. A little bit low and off the outside for a ball, 1-0. That sun's starting to get bright into the camera. Apologize in advance. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Right on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Comes set. The kick, the pitch. Low for a ball. 2-1. Let's see if we can move the camera down a bit if that helps at all. Little bit. As we continue to deal with the setting sun directly in our line. The kick, the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, 2-2. Sets. The pitch. Paints the inside corner according to our home plate umpire. Strike three, looking 2 down. 2 outs, and that'll bring Fernando Perez to the plate. He struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Totsky still at first. First pitch. Hits him. Gets him in the foot. So 2 on for Christian Fuentes. 1 for 3 today. Let's see, make sure Irvin Aguilera is all, or Fernando Perez is all right. Christian Fuentes, we said 1 for 3. T-Thumb looks back at second. The kick, the pitch. In the dirt at the feet of Fuentes, 1-0. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Off the outside, 2-1. Look in, the kick, the pitch. Hits him. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Peyton Schreiber. Big opportunity here if you are Abby Colby to get something positive going here. As we approach 7 o'clock, Steve Ockenick Sports on Focus. Abbotsford Colby batting in the top of the 6th. 2 hours and 11 minutes our time of game so far. Sets. Long look in from Diethelm, the pitch. Off the outside for a ball, 1-0. Almost seems to be reaching a little bit with his pitches. Diethelm. The kick, the pitch. Stays up high, 2-0. Our software crashes for a second on the scoreboard. The pitch bounces that one in, 3-0. And that one might have gotten a piece of Belter. Got him in the hand, the non-glove hand. And he's hurt. I think he tried to play that one off of his... So one of the coaches is gonna come out and look at him for that. While that's going on, we're gonna try and relaunch our graphics software. There we go. Count is 3-0. See, looks like he's going to stay in. So Belter's going to stay in here. I think they're going to let him throw a couple balls, make sure he's all right. He says he's good to go. Catchers are a different breed. Takes a lot. You take a lot of beating back. Take a pretty good beating back there as a catcher. So, I believe full count. Full count's with the guy on the scoreboard here as well. Diethelm. The kick, the pitch. And that's going to hit Schreiber. That is a third straight hit by pitch, and that's going to knock in a run. And that's going to bring Coach Diethelm out again. Breaks up the shutout. And he's going to talk to Diethelm, and I think Diethelm might have something going on. And yeah, we're going to get another pitching change. So we're going to step aside for a moment. We'll be back with all the details of this pitching change coming up here in just a moment, so stick around.
I splooshed my phone in the road crater? Am I covered or no?
Well, hey Carm, you're never gonna believe this. A sturgeon just hit my Chevy. Am I covered or no?
Interesting. And yes.
Hey bud, I had a couple 30 packs explode in my garage. Am I covered or no?
I've been there before, bud. It's a sad day.
Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, ever eat a brat and drive?
One thing that surprised me about the RVA is the want to do school, whereas it was kind of a struggle before.
All of the educators, the staff, the therapists, the specialists, everybody is so knowledgeable. And my favorite thing is that we all work together as a team for the kids. I really feel like we're partners with the RVA. I just love it so much. I know I've said that before, but like I love the RVA.
Camden Zarnke is your new pitcher. Diethelm goes back out to center. Caleb Crockhaft goes back out to right. Taking a look here, 17. Pittman goes across the diamond to short, which means Caden Honor goes back to second. And it will be Camden Zarnke to try and get out of this inning. 2 outs, bases loaded. Will face Arturo Lopez, a strikeout, reach on a fielder's choice, and a walk. He is 0 for 2. As the Shadows now reaching the pitcher's mound. Does give a bit of a benefit to the pitcher. But the Shadows even starting to reach home plate a little bit here as well. The pitch. Popped up. Foul and out of play by Arturo Lopez, 0-1. The pitch. Drops that on the outside corner, 0-2. Sets the kick, the pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. That's going to find its way through a base hit. One run across. They will send Fuentes. The throw will be thrown home, and they will not get it. 2 runs across on the single by Arturo Lopez. And it is 9-3. Still with 2 outs in the inning for Aiden Micklig. Couple strikeouts and a walk. Yes, it is Micklig. I think they were planning on courtesy running for Lopez, but can't because he's no longer the pitcher. So 9-3 now. Zarnke, the pitch. Right at the knees for a strike, 0-1. This inning started with a Grayson Totsky walk. Missing the outside corner for a ball, 1-1. Then it was couple strikeouts by Malzahn and Hamas. Then Perez was hit by a pitch. Fuentes hit by a pitch. Schreiber hit by a pitch. Is that one? Strike two. And then the two RBI single by Arturo Lopez. That one misses the outside corner, 2-2. Carson Foles hoping to get up here in the sixth. Zarnke, the kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. They need to complete the strikeout. The throw down to first, it is completed. And that will end the inning. 2-3 on the put up, but not before Abby Colby gets three across. 9-3 as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Belter, Blake Pittman due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus.
You know that nearly 3/4 of teens feel uncertain about their personal finances, yet a whopping 73% have expressed a strong desire to learn more. At MSCCU, we're thrilled to announce our new partnership with Greenlight, a financial tool designed for kids and teens. Give your kids the confidence they need for a secure financial future. Enroll them in the Greenlight platform for free today. Enjoy features like parental controls, engaging educational tools, and a safe space for learning about saving, spending, and earning money. Empower your child with financial wisdom. Sign up for a free Greenlight account today.
With 100 years of working experience, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Whether you're looking for a new home, recreation land, or a place to start your new business, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Stop into either of their convenient locations on West Broadway Avenue in Medford or North 4th Street in Abbotsford, or find them online at c21dairyland.com to find out more. Century 21 Dairyland Realty, a proud supporter of local athletics. Bottom of the sixth. So we're waiting for the sun to dip behind the trees a little bit, give us a reprieve. Cutter Hamas out to try and keep this one at 6. Belter, Blake Pittman due up here. Alex Belter 1 for 2. A single and an intentional walk. First pitch, he's going to drill that one down the line. This one's going to drop in for a base hit. Dies in the grass. It'll end up only being a single. That one had double written all over it, but the grass still a little long out there. And a base runner on for Shea Blake. 1 for 3. Been on base all 3 times. Reached on an error single and then reached on an error. Hamas will come set. Steps off, throw to first. Nothing doing. Sun bright in the western sky. Out beyond left field. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Right on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Bunt shown, fouled off. 0-2. The kick, the pitch. Off the outside. 1-2. Couldn't get him to chase. Couple little dust spots on the camera as well. Camera lens. Messing with things. The kick, the pitch. Runner goes. That's going to be hit on the ground. Smothered at short. The only play is at first. It is completed. Does move the runner up. Hit and run executed to perfection. 1 down. And that'll bring Nick Pittman to the plate. 0 for 3, but he's been on base twice with a couple errors. This has kind of been that spot in the lineup where things have kind of come unglued for Abby Colby in the defense. Sets. The kick, the pitch. Right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Abby Colby will have Foles, Totsky, Malzahn in the top of the 7th. Hoping to keep this at 6. Sets. The kick, the pitch. That one's going to be hit in the air. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That one dies in the grass. They are going to have to put the brakes on Belter. Throw comes in quickly. First and third. With 1 out for Mason Belter. Couple singles and a fielder's choice. He is 2 for 3. Long look in the pitch. No throw. Pittman takes second. There's a ball. 1-0 according to the scoreboard here. So close to that sun dipping behind the trees. It's not going to solve our problems, but it's going to reduce our problems greatly. Hamas sets. The pitch. That one's going to be chopped on the ground. Picked by Schreiber. The throw to first is in time. That will score a run. Alex Belter comes across the plate. That is a RBI ground out. So it is 10-3. 2 outs now for Kian Ellenbecker. Walked twice in a sacrifice. He has not reported an official at bat. Off the inside for a ball. 1-0. Catches the zone for a strike. 1-1. Softball score. Athens 24, Colby Abbey 11. Offensive explosion in softball today. 35 runs the pitch. High for a ball. 2-1. Take a look at some of the stats from this one. That one, we'll have a full recap of that one later tonight. The pitch. That one, chopped on the ground. Lopez picks, throw to first in time, and that'll end the inning. Athens gets a insurance run. 10-3 as we head to the top of the 7. Foles, Totsky, Malzahn due up when we come back right here on Sports on Focus. Taking a look at the stats from that Athens Colby Abbey softball game. Abby Diethelm, 6 RBIs in that one. In a 24-11 win. The pitch. That one's going to be hit down the line, foul. Zarnke trying to get out of this one in under 25 pitches. He's thrown 9 so far. Be available for tomorrow. Cutter Hamas would be available tomorrow as well. He threw 24. Catches the zone for a strike, 0-2. The wind, the pitch. Low for a ball. 1-2. Misses again, 2-2. Paints the corner, strike 3, looking. First out of the inning. And that'll bring Grayson Totsky to the plate, 2 for 2, a couple singles and a walk. Been on base all 3 times today. Catches the zone for a strike, 0-1. The kick, the pitch. Low for a ball. 1-1. The kick, the pitch. Off the inside. 2-1. The wind, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 2-2. We will talk after the game with Coach Diethelm and our player of the game, Caleb Crockaft. Is that one misses for a ball? Full count. Assuming Athens holds on to this 7-run lead. Never want to assume anything in baseball. That one's going to be hit on the ground. Pick at second. Throw to first. Is not in time. Totsky beats it out. And that is his 3rd hit of the day. He's got 3 of Abby Colby's 5. And that'll bring Jackson Malzahn to the plate. 3 strikeouts for him. He's 0 for 3. As we are at quarter after 7, as that one misses low for a ball, 1-0. The kick, the pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Coming back. That one's going to be hit in the air. That is sending the left fielder back. Still going back. The catch is made. 2nd out of the inning. Sorry you couldn't see it with all the sunlight shining through, but trust me, the catch was made. Abby Colby down to their final out. And that'll bring Carter Hamas to the plate. Struck out looking his first time up. He is 0 for 1. He came in the 6th. Sets the kick, the pitch. Catches the zone for a strike, 0-1. Misses a little bit off the outside for a ball, 1-1. The kick, the pitch. Fouled back. 1-2. Abby Colby down to their final strike. The kick, the pitch. Just missing the outside corner, 2-2. Sets. The pitch. Popped. Foul and out of play over the fence and out across the track. Stays 2-2. Zark, I believe you get 30 now before you have to rest a day. Zarnke at 26. The kick, the pitch. Swing and a miss. They need to complete the strikeout. The throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. Athens gets the win. 10-3. We're going to sneak down onto the field. We will talk to our player of the game. Take a look here. We might look at somebody offensively, too. We're going to take a look real quick. No, we're going to talk to Caleb Crockaft when we come back here in just a moment. Check, check.
I was just trying to zone in and, start to go, just settle her down a little bit.
Then obviously offensively, you guys have the big inning there in the
and it gave me, you know, my arm felt better.
And then, at the plate, you go 1 for 3, score a couple of runs, a single, a walk. You guys got on base up and down the lineup.
Yeah.
How important is it for you guys to do that, especially on a day when, maybe things aren't quite working in the field?
Yeah, man, when we can't hit, everything just goes downhill. But today I think we hit pretty good. We've been hitting pretty good these last few games, so we did good, yeah.
All right. Joined by Coach. Coach, we're going to start the offense. You put 10 runs up on a day when, things just seemed a little weird. How important was it to get those 10 runs?
You got to start fast, and putting runs on the board always helps. And we just talk about every day putting the ball in play and put pressure on the defense, and that's what we did. Even playing a little small ball here and there, and they make some mistakes, and you capitalize on that, and that's how it worked out.
And then Caleb Crockhalf, works through some base runners.
Throwing some strikes, and I'd count on him usually to throw strikes, and he did that today, and he got us through 5, and that's critical when you get it through 5 with no runs on the board. So.
And then obviously playing a little mix and match there at the end with the pitching. It looked like you're kind of keeping pitch counts there, but how nice is it when you have a number of guys to go to and
6 deep off the mound, and that helps so much, And we have a couple guys that I count on that are struggling a little bit now, so I want to get them in there and throw at least 20, 25 pitches tonight to get them fresh and see what we can do. So, yeah, I mean, our pitching is going to carry us. There's no doubt about it. That's what's going on so far. So.
And then obviously you turn around, play Abbotsford right, Colby right again tomorrow. What are you taking from today's game into tomorrow?
We're going to place a good pitcher, and we're going to have to put the ball in play and capitalize on any mistakes they give us to win that one. So that's what it is. It's small ball and see what happens.
All right, sounds good. Congrats. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you. All right, we're going to go through the stats.